Hello, beautiful being. I'm Trini, and welcome to your reading. Spirit has already been sharing something really important for me to relay to you, so I'm so grateful to be able to bring that message through and other messages through the cards, okay? All right, so this is a really important time creatively for your manifestation. What you are manifesting that is a dream of yours, what you want so wholeheartedly beyond anything else. This is a really powerful time for you to manifest that thing, that relationship, that career, that creative endeavor coming into fruition or succeeding, or whatever it is that you are really moving towards. Because you want it so badly, you know that it's your destiny. This is a very important time for you to work towards that. This is in part because in the Northern Hemisphere, we're heading into spring. So this is all about creative abundance. This is about growth. This is about renewal. Coming out of a time where you felt very much like burdened by the energy of death, something ending, something that you had to let go of or walk away from. And because you are moving in a direction that is in alignment with your soul's true intention for you, you are protected and you are able to move forward with very important steps that are going to manifest this desire in such a beautiful way in your life, okay? Beware of that energy of death, okay? So that pain that we feel when we walk away from something that's not for us, or when we do something different, something that shakes up our sense of fear. It awakens our fear because it involves change. It's not what we're used to. When you feel this resistance inside you, whether it's fear or self-doubt, take time to acknowledge that, because that feeling, that fear, that self-doubt, it will teach you something if you stay with it for a minute. And don't let it overtake you, because when it overtakes you, that's when we're drained of our courage, right? But just realize that, okay, I'm not liking what I'm feeling right now, okay? But let me figure out why. Let me figure out why this sadness has come over me, or why this anxiety has come over me, okay? So you're doing a lot of self-investigating now, and I love this type of work. It's some of the deepest healing that we can ever do, is to really just sit there and reflect on who we are and what we feel and why we feel it. And then giving ourselves patience, being patient with ourselves so that we can have the courage to move forward. When you're patient with yourself, you're automatically welcoming courage into your aura, because you're creating space for it, When you're all anxious and you're like, I gotta get this done, I'm not doing this right, why is this going left, and da-da-da-da-da. There's no room for courage in that, because it's just pressure. It's just tension. If you let go and just say, you know what, this isn't what I anticipated exactly, but you know what, here I am. Here I am. There's so much power in that statement. I am. Say that to yourself. I am. And then fill in what it is that you want to be. I am patient with myself. I am forgiving of myself or towards this person or whatever it is that you need to manifest. I am abundant in my life. You know, I am prosperous. I am courageous. I am beautiful. I am confident. Whatever it is that you've been lacking, say that you are that you embody that thing, whatever it is that you need right now. And you're going to attract it to you. It's going to come. I wanted to start with this deck, just to get some words of what's going on right now. Ashe. Yes, yes. I told you. Look, I am a limitless being and I can manifest whatever I desire in this physical reality. I would say I manifest whatever I desire. I wouldn't even say I can. I would say I manifest. Like, I do it. Point blank, period. Point, period, blank, whatever. Oh, look at this courage. And you know what? That's why I wore this yellow. Because that's for the solar plexus. Okay? Have courage, please. Have courage so that you can do the things that are right for you. Because doing what's right for you, what's truly right for you, is always going to require courage. I find the inner strength to face fear with confidence. Yeah, and I kept seeing that number yesterday. 227. And I have a book. I don't have it with me right now, but it's an angel numbers book. And I was like reflecting on what it meant to me. And then I said, I'm going to look up the meaning when I get home. It's a spiritual worker's interpretation of numbers. I really like it. I'll share it in the description box. Okay. But when I looked up the number 227, which is what I kept seeing, and I used to watch that show 227. It was so hilarious. But I kept seeing it yesterday, and the meaning was to understand your fear, to be patient with yourself in those times where you did not feel courageous, and just stop and ask yourself, why am I not feeling courageous right now? Am I recalling something from my past? A situation where I felt weak, I felt powerless, and so now I feel that in this present moment because this is a trigger. You know what I'm saying? Life is all about triggers because you experience an initial trauma or very painful thing. And okay, that's bad enough, right? But then we keep going. We move forward. But then there's always something that reminds you of that painful experience. So that's where we have to gather strength. Okay? Because it can reawaken a lot of things that we don't want to feel when we encounter these triggers. But if you're patient with yourself, I promise you that that's going to lead to this courage and this abundance. Yeah. Okay. So these were the two I had pulled. Yeah. I want you to get a visual of that. Okay. You can snapshot this and then like meditate on it, you know. Ashe, the energy goes right to you of courage and abundance. Yes, yes, yes. But I know big things are happening for you because that was coming through. It's like springtime. We got some cherry trees that are blooming for the first time. I'm so happy. I love my trees. Ashe. But yeah, they're blooming and I saw those yesterday. I noticed the blooms yesterday and I got so excited. I was like, this is going to be such an abundant time for you. Okay? Because I was already opening up to this reading. So I was like, what's going on? This is beautiful. Okay, so you got the lily, the child. Oh, Lily. Right there, I'm like, Lilith. I just did a Lilith video on my Lilith video on my ASMR channel, so I'll link that too. I hope I remember to link all this stuff. Okay. I'll go back and watch it. Okay, so you've got the lily, and this is about mature Oh, wow. Okay. Ooh. Oh, okay. Thank you, Spirit. Spirit is inviting you to get in touch with your inner child. Okay. You have the lily here, which is, it's really about maturity. Okay. And it can be about a mature love, a mature relationship. You might be dealing with something in a relationship that you've had for a long time. Okay. This is a karmic lesson that you are either beginning a new cycle with or for, or something that you have just completed, a karmic lesson that you have just completed with this person. Okay. But this is someone that you've been in a relationship with for a while, and there's a karmic cycle that I see. There's a lot of fear around this karmic lesson. You've been with this person so many lifetimes, over so many lifetimes. This is a very, very long-standing energy with this lily right here. Okay, so where does the child come in? This is your inner child. Divine is saying that there's there's this pressure that you're putting yourself under to be the big, the mature person who always does it right. But you don't need to put that pressure on yourself, because you have an inner child, and this inner child wants to be honored. It wants to be recognized, honored, accepted, and celebrated. Your inner child is like having a little temper tantrum right now. It's beautiful though, because it's like this inner child loves you so much. Your inner child loves your present self so much that your inner child has faith in your ability to heal it. Okay. Because there are wounds from past traumas that you've experienced, where there's a nurturing that it's desiring. That pain, that wound wants to be nurtured. And so the way you do that is honoring the desires that you have right now. Honoring your desires, and taking the time sometimes to reflect on and investigate, like, is this a true desire? Or is this just something that I do in order to avoid pain? If this is a true desire, if this is something that I know is my destiny because it's been with me for so long, something that's meant for you, it feels like it's been there all along, since the beginning of your life or of your memories. And it's always meant to be there with you. So honor those things that you really just desire to do right now. For some of you, this is music. You are musically, I'm getting like, Bach came to mind, like these really highly recognized composers and musicians from so long ago, that we just see as classic. Okay. That's the level of talent that you have, but you haven't believed it. You haven't believed that your talent is on that level. Some of you are so artistic with your, like, I see drawings, paintings. I don't know why Versace just came to me, because I know Versace is like an Italian designer, fashion designer. Oh, so you might do fashion design. There we go. I should connect those dots. Yeah, you might be into fashion design. Stitching. I see stitching. And Divine is saying that when you stitch those clothes, it's like you're stitching your wounds. It's healing a part of you that wants to be honored and recognized. And it has always been with you. It's this desire that you shunned because you felt like you would receive criticism from outsiders if you move forward with it, or if you were open about it. But Divine is saying it's time to be open about it, because it's what you love and it's what you're so great at. I'm getting the word amazing. It's like in fireworks across the night sky. It's so beautiful. And you are amazing. Whatever it is, baking, you know, some of you are bakers. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Delicious. That's what's coming to mind. You create things that are delicious. Whatever it is that you are involved in on such a deep level, because it feels so natural to you. Spirit is saying, let that inner child play. And it should be about having a good time. Cool in the game. Celebrate good times. Come on. That was all off key, but that's okay, because the point is to just have a good time. Play something that you love, some music that you love, and let yourself play. You know, let yourself play. Oh yeah, so you have one other card. It's the anchor. So by playing, I really want this one, yeah. By letting your inner child come out and play, you're going to have so much more grounded energy. This is going to nurture your root chakra, okay? How it's grounded there. And look at the mermaid. That always feels like Yemaya to me, Ashe. And so this is a very nurturing energy. It's playful and also grounded, okay? So you're really helping your past, present, and future self by letting yourself do what comes naturally to you right now, and honor that inner child that wants to come out and play and do something that you are very passionate about and that you truly love. Let's see what needs to be surrendered at this time. What does this beautiful being need to surrender or surrender to at this time, Spirit? Surrender to the magic of who you are. I love this card because it's like, it's beautiful, but it's also simple. The magic of who you are right now, because I feel like our magic can evolve. Sometimes my magic is my inner child. Sometimes my magic is my ability to manifest. Sometimes my magic is my ability to attract something to me. But right now, it's just who you are. It's what you feel, what you love, what comes naturally to you. We all have magic in us. You have magic inside you, even in the mundane aspects of life. Remember that you are a magical being with a uniqueness and worth that come from just being you, just being yourself, exactly who you are. Okay? This isn't about conforming to anything, any standards, you know what I'm saying? I don't care about standards. I do what I want to do. So if you have a tendency of being stubborn, that could come in handy right now, actually. You know, it can be good to be stubborn. Okay, I'm going to pull, you know, Spirit is saying, hold on, I want my, yeah, I want these two. Because honestly, Spirit has said career and creative endeavors are going to come up. So get those cards. And I was like, okay. And I got sidetracked doing something else. So I'm going with what I know I need to do. Grabbing the right cards. That's what's coming through is abundance. Money, honey. Look, what's right there? Growth. This is your spring. And I don't get, because I know in the northern hemisphere we're heading into spring, but no matter where you are in the world, you are growing. Your finances are improving. Expect good news in money matters. A raise or new job offer. Money will soon start flowing to your business. Promising opportunities await. Yes. Get that in your mind. Manifest that. We just had a new moon in Pisces, and that's when it's really good to set your intentions. But if you haven't set intentions yet, do it. Do it. That song, doing it well, just came to me. LL. But Divine is saying you're doing it well. Like, you are doing it well. And that's going to pay off. The effort that you're putting in is so valuable because it's coming at such a powerful time. And so you've done a lot of work to manifest something. And I want you to know that it is on the way. Okay, so, oh, yes. Yeah, because when I was getting ready for this reading, I pulled the blame card. And I was like, are they blaming themselves? I feel like that. So you've got the mistakes card here. Okay, so I know that there's something that you feel like you did. And you're like, there's some regret there. I'll just say that. There's some regret there. You're wondering why. Look at him. I mean, I know that feeling. Damn, I hate that. Don't you? I know. I felt that. A past mistake left you financially insecure and unsure what to do. So this is because you've seen something happen in the past, and now you're like, I don't want to do that again. And that's impacting your courage. Okay, that's impacting your courage. But you have to know that as you increase your courage, you are also increasing your abundance. And I know it's hard because that's fear. That's, oh, I don't want to do that again. But that's not helping you to believe in yourself, to think of it that way. It's very normal. It's very, it's so normal. We all do it. We regret. Okay. People say no regrets. Okay. It's very natural to regret something. It's just, but the goal is that over time you won't continue to regret it. You'll just see it as a lesson. Okay. You got to give yourself time to make these growth spurts. We're human. Okay, so the justice card was in reverse. It says something in your life needs to be brought into alignment. Okay. Your career may be in, all right. There's something that you're feeling that you're not getting, that you deserve, because you feel like it's due to a past mistake. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's something that you feel hasn't gone right, or that was completely out of alignment with what you anticipated. And so you feel like for that reason, the reason of this blame that you're putting on yourself, like, I made this mistake, I did this that way, why did I do that? That's why this isn't going right. And you keep reminding yourself of the fact that your decision made this situation go, quote unquote, left. I don't see it as going left, because honestly, I think that this is a huge lesson in grace, like giving yourself grace and just saying, that's not how I meant for it to go, but hey, I'm here. I'm still standing. Yeah. Yeah, I love that song. Elton John, play that. That song always gets me hyped. I just love it so much. But anyway, that can raise your vibration, like, seriously, I can be a very simple person. I like to get deep, but I can be very simple, because I think that sometimes the answer is so much more simple than what we originally think. It's like if you're thinking from an anxious space, then you're going all around the mulberry bush, just like, I call it meandering, you know. Our spiritual path is always like this, right? We're going up, we're going up. But sometimes we need to learn something real deep. So we go off to the side. We take a little detour, okay? Get into some mess. And we learn from it. So that's the thing is, and this maybe, I feel like, you know, Spirit is definitely drawing me to the idea of money and finances. That there's something that you regret about your money and your finances, a decision that you made. But Divine is saying that you're seeing it as a mistake. But you could also see it as a lesson that brings balance. Okay? Like, I'm never afraid of reverse cards because that's just a signal from Spirit to take that energy and flip it. And you can do that. And the way you do that is giving yourself patience, giving yourself room to make those quote unquote mistakes, which really are just lessons. Allow yourself the opportunity to just say, okay, that's not what I anticipated, but I can still make this work because I can learn from it. I can grow from it. And whenever you're learning and growing, you're winning. And that's exactly what you're doing. This is your season. This is your season. But you have to have patience with yourself. You have to have patience with yourself. And I just think that this is a really beautiful opportunity for you to prove to yourself what you're made of. And sometimes you do that by saying, you know what? I forgive myself. It's all good. I'm going to transmute this regret into gratitude. And when you transmute regret into gratitude, let me tell you, the blessings just don't stop. Can't stop, won't stop. Okay. All right, this is from my Creative Endeavors deck. I really like this because it gives some good, like, practical guidance. Okay, so you've got manage. Okay, Divine is saying to manage your time wisely. There might be something that you can do more efficiently where you allow yourself to have more time to rest. Okay, because rest is so important. And in a lot of countries, we're experiencing daylight savings time. You know, but I swear it takes me about a week every year to adjust to that. It's like, you know, a big thing. So I've been taking it easy and, you know, taking my baths, getting in bed, getting plenty of rest, eating good foods, even though that's sometimes, you know, tempting, but hey. All right, so this is really beautiful. Oh, Divine is saying that you have the power to influence people. You inspire people. Okay, this says when you become influential in your field, you inspire people to step into their own greatness because you rose to your own first. Shay. Yeah. I knew this deck would. See, that's why I got up and got them decks. Because I was like, there is a word for you today from these decks. Okay, Spirit. Love you, Ashe. So look. This had been coming to me like 3 days straight. And I hadn't mentioned it yet. Because, you know, I just, you know, remembered it, but Spirit said slow down. This is what has been coming to me over the past couple days. Slow down. And this isn't like saying slow everything down to the point where you're not doing anything or you're not getting, no, you can still accomplish your goals and you will. But your body is saying slow down right now because there's some energy there of I feel like if you stop getting enough rest, if you stop hydrating, and if you stop taking good care of yourself where you're, you know, allowing your mind to just let go of all those worries, this could affect your health. Stress is a thing. Stress is a thing, and I just want you to really, hold on, let me light this incense right here. I have my smoke. Ashe. Thank you, Divine. Yeah, this had been coming through for the past couple days, so I know this is super important because Spirit was not going to let me forget that. You really need to ask yourself right now, is this necessary for me to do? And is this necessary for me to do right now? You know? Sometimes you need to slow down, get out of overwhelm, that feeling of being overwhelmed, refresh and regroup in order to speed up your results. This is a whole word right here, because let me tell you something. Sometimes you see people like doing a whole lot and they're successful, right? And then so sometimes, you know, your spirit might be like, oh, I need to keep up with them. And so you try to keep up with them, but you end up failing, right? That's a thing, because you're not supposed to be doing what somebody else is doing. You're supposed to be doing your thing, because your thing, remember I started out saying, you know, you're so creative and you have this talent. Oh God, talent is really the thing. You're so talented. I just wish you knew exactly how talented you were. And yeah, Spirit, because I was like, why did I say were? Because this has a lot to do with how you've been treated in the past for what you really love. Okay, so you may have been criticized because there was something that you like to do that was different, you know, quote unquote different, you know. When really we all love different things and have our own unique aspects, right? But yeah, there was pain there. And so this is about embracing who you've been, who you are, and who you are becoming, and allowing the time for yourself to develop these manifestations, these changes, these transformations within yourself that are really like causing you to skyrocket. I love that word. I never use that word, but it just came to me. Ashe, you're skyrocketing. You're in like such an elevated phase right now. It's elevated, it's escalated, the energy is really powerful. And I do sense some sort of chaos there, where that's that energy that hasn't been wielded yet, right? So that usually is what comes to us in fear. You know, we're like, what if this goes wrong? Or look at this is going left. But that's just a little test. Move past that, because what's necessary right now is courage. Okay, so slowing down actually is leading to your abundance. Why? Because you're putting yourself first. You're not worried about imitating this person who's doing this or doing this that way. You're doing it your own way. And that may be seemingly a little bit slower of a process. But that's because that's what comes naturally to your spirit, because you balance your self-care. And that takes time. A lot of people don't do self-care. A lot of people don't have time to reflect. A lot of people don't take the time to just be quiet and reflect on the moment or what they're feeling. But you do. And so you're going to be rewarded for taking that time out to take really good care of yourself. You know, Spirit wants you to take good care of you. And you're going to be rewarded for it. If it feels like it's slowing you down temporarily, that's just a test. Like, will you do this your own way? You see somebody doing it differently, or, you know, you feel this fear that it's not going to turn out right if you take a break. But you know what? You might need to take a little break, take a little pause, go outside. You know, it doesn't have to be a full-blown vacation. If you want to do that, if you can do that, that's great. But it could also just be going outside and taking some deep breaths. It could be going in your bedroom, turning out the lights, and putting on some relaxing music and closing your eyes. just breathe and pause, you know. It's going to be really good for you to do that, okay? I'm going to pull for love. I'm feeling like a little love read. Right? Because look. Aww, I love that. I think that's my rose calcite. I have to double check. But I think that's my rose calcite. But anyway, the energy. Oh, it's so beautiful because, you know, the color pink is so, it's a soft energy. It feels refreshing, but it also feels like connection. There's connection with the color pink. There's always connection. And you can use the color pink to connect with your ancestors in a beautiful, sweet, fun way. You can use pink to stir up like a playfully passionate connection between you and your lover. I love pink because, you know, red is like, you know, it's like, it's very strong. And sometimes it can feel heavy and serious. Delightful though, but pink is so light. It's just, you can giggle, you can be silly, but there's also passion and romance or sweet connection, friendship, you know what I mean? So yeah, okay, so let's go ahead and get a read. What's going on with love for this beautiful being? Okay. We got soulmate. Word. Oh, and look, it's right under, can you see that? Look where I placed it right there. It was right under that beautiful, the beautiful aura of this pink crystal. I love it. I want to say it's rose calcite. I believe so. Attraction. Yeah. There's a lot of heat here. There's also a lot of history though. Look, playfulness and sexual healing. Well, okay. Oh, this. I don't know. I just want to clap. Yay! Look at this. I mean, what other cards would you want from this deck? Soulmate. Attraction. That was the next one. Okay. There's so much, okay, so what just came to me is that there's a lot of attraction, but there has also been tension. So, you know, yeah, I mean, the tension is an opportunity to grow. The tension is an opportunity to learn about each other. The tension is an opportunity to reflect on your true needs and like ask yourself, am I voicing my, like, do I know what I really want, what I really need? And am I asking for it in a way that would attract the reaction that I want? You know what I'm saying? Because there might be some sensitivity involved here where your person, or you might be very sensitive, and that's not a bad thing. Like I have been called sensitive all my life. Since I was a little girl, I was always told that I was hypersensitive, and this was mainly from my mother. I think she was worried about me, you know. Isn't that what mothers do? You know, worry. Is my baby okay? But sensitivity, it just indicates spiritual gifts, attunement with the divine. You notice things that other people don't notice. You peep shit that people don't be seeing, okay? So this makes you amazing. You know, I'm getting fairy energy. Like, it's just so magical. Okay, so I think I went on a tangent, but look. Yes, this energy between you and your person, there's a lot of attraction there. And I feel like the sexual energy can be very hot, very, Oh, look at that. That says it all. Oh, goodness gracious. You know, that's good. That's really good. And you've got playfulness. So this lets me know that you're comfortable with each other. And rightfully so, because you've been, I mean, you're soulmates. You've had so many past lives together. This is a past life that requires a lot of communication, and a lot of effort. Because sometimes in a particular lifetime, you'll kind of coast through. You know, it's kind of easy going and not many, you know, you're kind of, everything seems simple. Other lifetimes are like very seemingly chaotic. And it's, I don't want to say seemingly, okay? I say seemingly because you have the power to get beyond that, right? Beyond the chaos, or to use the chaos and wield it to become what you want, to create what you want. Chaotic energy can be amazing, especially when you are energetically sensitive, as I know that you are. You sense things. You have so many beautiful gifts. But these gifts haven't always felt like gifts because it brought on criticism. Divine is saying that just comes along with the package. It was never because of you. It just comes along with the package. There have to be tough lessons in order for our spirit to be inspired enough to gather that courage to move to the next phase, despite our pain, despite our self-doubt, despite our fear. So this is all about moving beyond fear. This is all about giving yourself the freedom to do those things that are right for you. You know? Oh, Ashe. This is your springtime. No matter where you are in the world, this is your spring. This is a time for your creativity and courage and abundance. Okay? All right, well, I don't know, those love cards. Okay. Enjoy that. You know, and the thing is it's not always the easiest thing to do to work on something. You know, sometimes it feels easier to discard it and move on to something else, or, you know, or to doubt your ability to have patience with a person, you know, but patience with ourselves is important. And if there is reciprocity in a relationship or in a connection, and if this connection is divine, and if it helps us to evolve and become our best self, then, or our best selves, you know, all of us, then it's worth it. You know, it's worth it to work on something. It's worth it to learn how to communicate. Sometimes you have to learn how to communicate. Because, you know, a lot of us didn't have examples of that. Like, what did your home look like growing up? Stop and ask yourself that. Give yourself some grace. Did you have a great example? You know, and if you did, you are so blessed. But that brings its own challenges too, because it's like, well, now I got to be as great as they were, and da-da-da-da-da. No. But, you know, most of us did not have a pretty example of how to relate to people, of how to know ourselves, of how to honor ourselves, and of how to honor each other. Most of us saw strife. Most of us saw dissension and pain and trauma and abandonment and betrayal playing out in our homes. And that impacts you. You know what I'm saying? We're all a product of our past, our situations, our connections, our observations. We're all a product of that. Because we're human. You know? And that's why we have to give ourselves grace. So Divine is just saying, give yourself grace through it all. Whatever it is that you've been criticized for, whatever it is that you've been feeling guilty about or depressed about, just give yourself grace. And reassure yourself that, you know, it's okay that I feel this right now. I'm going to find out why I feel it. Because I love myself enough to do that. And then ask yourself, why do I feel like that? What am I feeling? And where did it come from? I know it's going to be very, very useful. I hope. Ashe. So must it be. All right. Now I am going to end with, where is my let me see. Oh, I know what I want. That took a minute. Ashe. Yeah, okay. I knew I needed to do protection. Okay. Spirit is saying to envision a shield of protection. Okay. And make it whatever shape it needs to be. From whatever direction it is that you feel this energetic invasion, okay, or this low vibrating energy, create a shield that protects you from it. It might be a 360 shield, you know, it might be whatever it is, okay? Yeah, and this is a very protective energy that is surrounding you. Your ancestors are with you. They're so beautiful. The earth spirit is with you. Nature is with you. There are even stones blocking you from this negativity, okay? So as you walk outside and you see these things, just know they're on your side, okay? Everything is working in your favor. Everything. The wind is working in your favor, okay? Like, this is legit, okay? I know you're like, oh, is she on something? I'm on divinity. To some people that looks like weirdness, but that's okay. Because the reward that you get in getting it and in recognizing the beauty of spirit and the nuance of spirit, the better your life is. Like, it's so powerful. So I'm not afraid to be strange, okay? I embrace strangeness. All right, so this is my protection book. I have channeled messages in here. So I'm going to take a look. Let me see. All right. I'm going to take a look. Ashe Spirit, bring me to the right message. Okay. This is message number 14. Okay. You might be seeing 14, 41, or 1414, 411. The information. This is the information that you need right now. And you might be seeing the number 5 too. Or 5 as well. Because there is a change that's coming, but it's full of greatness for your path. Okay? It just requires courage, that's all. That's the only thing that's been like lacking. Okay? That courage is going to cause you to just move forward in such a beautiful way. In the most beautiful way that you could ever manifest. I started doing ASMR right there. Y'all saw that? Which channel am I on? Okay. Release guilt over the choice you made. We're talking about that. Ashe. Your choice cannot block your abundance. Okay, what? Spirit, what? Okay. We want to make sure we're making these connections now. This is for real. Okay? Your choice cannot block your abundance, but if you let it, guilt will prevent progress. Oh, the guilt you may feel is an unnecessary burden. Let it go, and you will feel relieved, lighter, and ready to move forward. The universe. The universe has spoken. Okay? If you want, I don't know if you can read my handwriting. My handwriting is interesting. I love it, but it's kind of cursive print mixture. I don't know. But if you want to snapshot that, just to remind yourself of the importance of having patience with yourself, then go ahead and do that. You know what I'm saying? And the other thing that's coming to me is peace. Because look, you have the writing is in blue. My nails are blue. Can't really see my blue light back there, but it is blue. You see that? There you go. Spirit is talking, okay? The spirit of peace is calling you. Aww. And also water. You're supposed to be by the water right now. And if you can't get to the river, to a lake, to an ocean, to a bay right now, then please connect with the element of water during your bath time, your shower time. Even when you're washing the dishes, you can connect with water. You know, open up to your intuition. It will flow. And this is about opening up to the energy of peace, the frequency of peace. Letting your mind be at peace, because you deserve that. You deserve peace. Okay? All right, beautiful being. Thank you so much for tuning in and spending this time with me. Thank you so much. And I wish you peace. I wish you joy. And I wish you many blessings. Take care.